Hello everyone and welcome back, and this is the Yacon which I had intended digging up about 3 weeks ago, but we had the really cold weather and the frozen ground and the snow, so it has been delayed. And I'll just show you just a reminder of what the snow was like over here. And what a mess my poor allotment has been with all this snow. I'm hoping that when the thaw comes in it will recover. At least the garlic's protected by the netting. Well, that was nothing compared to what my cousin has been going through in Canada and other people in the States, so I really am thanking my lucky stars. That pales into insignificance, so I do sound a bit low about the ground being so frozen and being unable to get on with some of the winter tasks. I'm slightly anxious about this because I've never dug up a Yacon before, so it's all new to me. The first thing to do is to cut down the leaves, the branches, and to take out this trellis thing that I've got for support. Well, this is it. And where on earth do I find the shoots for next year? I can't see them now. I'll take this all home and wash it up, and we'll see how it's doing then. Well, here is the Yacon root or tubers, and this is what this Yacon is. It's called Inca White, and it actually says it's an interesting tuber vegetable. The taste is reminiscent of pear, very fresh and very fruity. Well, when I first tasted this a week ago, it was fresh and juicy, but absolutely no flavour. And now it's got a slight sweet flavour. It's meant to get a bit sweeter after a couple of weeks. But you know something, if I want something to taste of pear, I'll eat a pear, because this has really been an incredible disappointment to me, and I will not be growing it again. No doubt it could be due to the variety. Inca White is not that good, but there might be some other varieties out there, and that's why so many people like it and it's very popular. But I will not be growing it again, and I am really disappointed. There are a couple of things I'd like to show you at the back of the garden, and this is the Taunton Dean. I have 3 Taunton Dean kales here, perennial kales, and they have an average lifetime of about 5 years. These are only about 3.5, 4 years old, but I think I'll be taking them down. They go actually to about 7 feet, more or less, and at this time of the year they go a bit manky, as you can see here. They start to drop their leaves, they start to turn messy, but I can still get a little bit of harvest from them. Pretty windy at the moment. And these are the little shoots that I'll be taking as cuttings. I'll cut it here, I'll take these big leaves off there, and there'll be just a little shoot, and they've been very successful in the past. I really do like this vegetable. It's a soft kale, it cooks quickly and easily and tastes really good. But I think I'm going to dig these up now and put in some cuttings that I took last year. Well, these are the cuttings I took last year, and I meant to transplant them and give them to a charity, but I never got round to it. So I'll have a couple of these nice ones for me, and I'll repot the others up, and I think they'll be fine for a charity next summer. And here at the side of the back garden are the Caraca blackberries, and I have neglected them not just for 1 year but for 2 years, so I'm not expecting much. I will get a few, you can see the shoots coming out there. We'll get a few blackberries, but I have also found out that they're not very vigorous, so that's not a bad thing. And this year they've got lots and lots of manure, and I've made sure all the weeds are out. This is a mother plant which I thought was doing really well. It had lots of stems coming out, and then I found out that those stems are actually brambles that were coming from the next door neighbours. That's quite disappointing. If I just move over to here, this is the triple crown, which I'm hoping I'm not crowding this out too much, but because this isn't meant to be too vigorous either, I think I've got space to grow this, and I really do love my berries. And here at the back of plot 1 I have some more berries, and this is a loganberry, and I have tightened the wires that are supporting it, and I have curly-cued it round because that breaks up the apical dominance, and the more you can twist a plant round, the more it will have side shoots coming out of it, and you'll get more flowers and more berries. Down the bottom I've done what most people do. I've tried to get some little plants growing by just sticking them in the ground, and I'm not sure that one's going to be too good, but these two over here, I might get some little plantlets from that, and after a couple of years when they're stronger, I'll take them to wildlife aid to sell. On this side I haven't, you can see the mess and the weeds, but I haven't yet tied in the boysenberry, and I don't think it's going to be so good this year because I don't have such long branches, but I will get some, and they were very good and very fruitful last year. Just a quick update on the leaf mould bins. Last time I showed them to you, I had collected 7 bags full of leaves, and now I've collected 52 bags, and there's still more to go. I'm hoping to stop at 60 because I am so fed up of collecting leaves. It is not a very pleasant task, only beaten by collection of manure, but I think I could still collect a bit more. In my last video I talked to you about the role that nitrogen and bacteria play in the breakdown, decomposition of these leaves, but you know, fungi also play a part, and I've been trying to find out exactly what. I know that the fungi work in cooler conditions, they need moisture, and they start off the breakdown, and then the bacteria can get a hold and break it down even further. But more than that, I can't find out. If anyone knows anything about the role of fungi in the breakdown of leaves, I wouldn't mind you letting me know. Please comment. On the front end of plot 1, I have planted the broad beans Aqua Dulce, Claudia. I planted them a bit late this year because I wasn't sure whether I wanted to grow them or not. So they did escape the snow. They seem to be doing okay. And that one over there looks like someone's been eating it, but they look quite promising. Well, these are the overwintering onions. There's hardly anything left, just a few weeds, not many of those either. For some reason they took a beating in the snow, and I don't know why, because I think they're reasonably quite hardy. That is a bit disappointing. Well, at least my garlic's looking good. They've stood up to the snow very well, and they seem to be doing nicely there. Well, these are the radicchio, which took quite a beating in the snow. This one here, I think I can harvest now. It looks ready. That one there looks rotten, so does that one. That's a lovely red colour. This one looks as if it'll have a little bit in it. They aren't as good as I would like them to be, but I will have more harvested this year than last year, and I hope to get more next year. And this is the radicchio. This is how it looks like when the outer leaves, the outer green leaves, have been taken off, and this is the edible part. You can either have the leaves added individually to salads, or the way I do it, I just have this as a salad on its own with a lovely sweet dressing. May I wish you all a happy new year, and may I also mention the big garden birdwatch that will be occurring on the 27th, 29th of January, and which you can all take part in, and the information is on the internet. Please comment, please subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.